fact that you create a nation that essentially does not look kindly on local culture, on ourselves, and in fact denies. And the only places we can put for evidence of traditional culture is to make them into posters for tourism or make them sing and dance, which makes them even more abject. Or get designers to recreate their traditional clothing into contemporary clothing. That's about all we can. That's how we handle this. We do not see them as our relatives, and we do see ourselves as the middle class and the upper class as patrons of this kawawang marginalized people. No, very few, and I keep going back to policy, very few policy makers make sure that you understand what dignity means when you're creating a project. Because if you create a project, for example, where you are asking them to become effectively a factory for clothes, then you are not allowing them any dignity. You're just making yourself feel nice because you're giving money to these people. So a society that is built on a very deep, what is the word that I'll use? Anxiety about the person in Bahag. An anxiety about the fact that we did not create kingdoms. An anxiety that can only solve itself by hanging on to Jose Rizal, who was brilliant. And wanting to be him. It's not bad to be Jose Rizal, but even Jose Rizal turned his back on the native. Even he did. And you will see it in his letters. You will see it in his description of the people exhibited at the Universal Exposition in Madrid, who were from highland places. Now, if we do not address our essentially racist anxieties about who is superior and who is not superior, then we will constantly formulate our projects as a country without addressing the deep-seated disdain for that which we think is not acceptable to the West or to the big countries on earth, to civilized countries like China. So what do? You create cities where the sidewalks, if you try to walk EDSA on the sidewalks, you will know immediately that the street is not for you. It's not yours. You can get run over by a bus on EDSA because you're not supposed to matter. Only the ones with cars matter. And so then you have many cars, because when you arrive at the middle class or arrive at the middle class status, then the first thing you think about is buying a car, and then that increases our problems with pollution and with roads and with traffic and all of that, because a person without a car is a non-person in the Philippines. You're walking in the sidewalk and buses can run over you. You know immediately that the city is not yours.